Oh man, welcome back to No Excuses, man. Oh man, welcome back, welcome back. Cap,
What's popping? What's popping?
tell the people welcome back to No Excuses, man.
Man, welcome back, y'all, man. Welcome back, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Hey, tune in. Hey, keep running it up. We appreciate the ones that do run it up. You feel me?
Damn right. Oh man, so it's like this here, man. I think everybody know why we here. You know,
Yeah.
you know what's going on this weekend, man. But before I get to that, because since we didn't record last week,
Yeah.
do you have any uh remarks or comments and thoughts you want to get off about the Wisconsin game before we jump into previewing and predicting this Georgia game?
It ain't really much to really touch on with that game because Alabama looked so good in that game. It ain't really too much to. Yeah, they dominated. So I mean,
Yo,
if you want to talk about them just dominating, we can. But it ain't really too much to talk about. They played a damn near perfect game to me.
say it again. I missed you. Say that again.
I said they played damn near a perfect game to me. They look polished in the motherfucker to me in that game.
Oh, yo, I agree
So
with you for the most part. Anyway, I ain't got it. Ain't really much you can go off of
with that, yeah,
that in that game.
yeah,
But I'm gonna say this here, man. So we can do it like this. You got some thoughts I do got from the Wisconsin game before we jump into this. Um, I thought that's the most complete Bama that looked as a team all year.
yeah,
I thought you could see a drastic difference with Cade Proctor inserted into the starting lineup on the offensive line. That looked like the
yeah,
offensive line that we've been expecting to see all year.
yeah,
You know, I thought those things felt real good to see Cade Proctor get back out there. You saw Elijah Pritchard go back to his rightful position at right tackle, so he looked more I reckon comfortable would be the word that I would use.
yeah,
But outside of that, man, it ain't. I ain't really got much to really to dive into with it. I mean, Jalen
yeah,
Milrow, when he threw 3 touchdowns and ran two,
yeah,
Hollywood continued to score every game. I don't really have much to really speak on with that. The defense
yeah,
forced two turnovers, three. Malachi Moore forced the fumble. Deontay Lawson forced the fumble.
yeah.
So they
Probably like
forced
two or
two
three.
turnovers on defense. Thought we got gas with the run a little bit at the halftime, but I really chalked that up more to the intensity of the game. I think they kind of held it up off the gas at that point for just a tad bit. Like right after
Yeah, I don't
halftime,
take
when they
no. I
scored
don't take
again
no
so
from
quick.
that.
But other than that, I don't really have much to jump into
Yeah,
for this Wisconsin game. I'm ready to get to it.
yeah,
So you got the number 2 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. Uh, last time I caught the line, it was Georgia -2. I think that's what it was.
yeah,
Now, granted, I'm gonna give you a fun fact. Now, last week, no, scratch that. The week before, no, yeah, last week. Last week, after this was after the Alabama Wisconsin game was played, because Georgia Kentucky played that same night.
yeah,
Now, that Georgia at Alabama line around that point of time was Georgia was giving up 6.5.
yeah,
So that line dropped from 6.5 all the way down to 2.5. At some places it's two. And I saw on it's Circa, as that's CIRCA Circa sports book. Some places got it at a pickle. That line dropped drastically after the last 2 times that the two teams played. But let me see. So with the line dropping like that, I'm not sure if that means that Vegas just straight up changed the line by that much, or a lot of money came in on Alabama, but that's a drastic swing.
Yeah.
But that's a drastic swing to go from 6.5 down to 2.5 down to a pickle. That's a lot of points to swung. So with that being said, man, give me some of your thoughts going into this matchup, man, Alabama and Georgia.
I think going into this matchup, man, you got talent on talent. These guys is gonna play on Sundays. So from a talent standpoint, you're gonna see just great skill play everywhere all over the field. Um this game always a good game. You know you're gonna get a classic win. It's always a nail biter. You know it always has been a close game between Alabama and Georgia. They match up very well. Um, I'm interested to see both of these secondaries are young. I'm eager to see who's going to be able to attack the best out of Carson Beck and Jalen Muro because most people coming to this season had Carson Beck as the best quarterback in college football. Some got him as a first round first pick. They think very highly of Carson Beck. I'm eager to see that duel with them. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm eager to see our offensive line against their defensive line. You getting best on best, and then vice versa. Them on offense, their offensive line against our defensive line. That's gonna be something interesting to see. Kalen the boy first big game at Bama. You know what I'm saying? Since he got the job there. And it's gonna be if Kirby was it a Nick Saban problem or it's just simply he can't beat Alabama. So it's a lot of storylines around this game, man. That's gonna be solved this Saturday. So I'm ready to see all of it, man. I'm just ready for an epic showdown. I want a great game, man. I'm glad that we getting it early because you usually don't get these type of games until mid season or like later on in the season. So I'm glad that you finally getting there early. You know what I'm saying, to get people to see where everybody at early. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what go down Saturday, man. This is what we've been waiting on. This what you practice for. This is what build up for the season start. This what you wait for right here, Alabama and Georgia, man. It don't get no better than that, man. I'm ready. All I really got to say on it for real.
Okay. So from that, man, what would be what's uh what's the key matchup for you in the game?
Um, I want to see our DBs, not DBs. I want to see what type of I want to see Miro against Georgia defense. Just they defense in general. I want to see what they're gonna come with this year because they came with the two spies last year. I'm interested to see how they're gonna play him this year. Are they gonna try to make him stay in the pocket and try to make him kill him from the pocket, or how that dynamic they're gonna work? I'm curious to see that. That's what I want to see. Of course, I want to see Ryan Williams. Who gonna be able to stick him, but most of all, I want to see Miro how blossomed he done got with Kalen the boy, like how he's then developed him at a different look because Miro playing at a level of confidence that he didn't have in the beginning. So I'm eager to see that, man. How he gonna look, what I'm saying, against Georgia this year. So really just Miro in general, if you want to be honest with you, just how Jalen Miro gonna look Saturday in general. Miro against the defense, the Georgia defense. They haven't allowed a touchdown all season.
Okay.
You heard me?
Well, while that's I can go for that too, but I'm gonna go in a different direction. So you said Miro against the Georgia defense, right?
Again, yeah. Because they had like the shit he did was a fluke.
Right, right. Um, I'm gonna look at. I want to see. I want to see the Alabama receiving group against Georgia's secondary, and my reason for that is it's been it's been obviously stated about Alabama secondary being young. When you look at the players like what I'm saying, Xavier Brown, Jalen Mbakwe, Red Morgan, when you look at the true freshmen that have taken a lot of snaps throughout this point of the season, but what's being because you got to look at last year, Alabama secondary, you have to replace Terry and Arnold. You have to replace Kool-Aid McKinstry. You have to replace Caleb Downs, who obviously transferred to Ohio State. So while that's being talked about, Alabama had to replace a lot in their secondary. For me, what I feel is being left out is so did Georgia.
Yeah.
Kamara Lassiter is going to the NFL. Javon Bullitt is going to the matter of fact, I think Javon Bullitt played for your Packers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he do. He do. Yeah.
So just for me, man, I want to see the Bama receivers against Georgia secondary because this is what I know. I know for a fact Kirby got a game plan, and his game plan is going to be too simple. The two main focal points of his game plan, rather. We want to, if I'm Georgia, I want to take away Jalen Milroe's ability to effectively run the football, and I'm not going to let Ryan Williams beat me.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be Georgia's game plan. I think, and I think in order for Alabama to execute offensively the way that they can, I think Jeremy Bernard need to have a big day.
Yeah.
I think it's a big day for number 5 Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Another one. I look at. I'm trying to see. Okay. I want to see Alabama's front 7 against Georgia's rushing attack.
Yeah.
Rushing attack because they're gonna run ETN. I keep forgetting they second running back name. He a freshman. He number 3. He a good player. I just can't think of his name right now.
Yeah.
But so for me, I think that could be pivotal in this ball game because you just have to call it what it is thus far. What you've seen thus far, Georgia has not shown consistency with creating explosive plays on offense. They haven't.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's not me making that up. It's just the fact. The numbers say that. The film say that. The game, it speaks for itself, right?
Yeah.
And something that I kept talking about before the season, what was just brushed off like it didn't happen, was you have to pay attention to Brock Bowers is no longer there.
Yeah.
He played for the team that's on his hat.
Yeah.
And that's Georgia
And
Bull.
from
That's the
what I hear,
regular hat.
he's
He
still
no
putting
longer
on for
plays for
Wyvern.
them. Lad McConkey played for the LA Chargers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Ra Thomas was dismissed from the team due to conduct issues. So you're replacing 3 pivotal weapons to Carson Beck's success from a year ago. So a lot of the points that they made about Alabama were replacing Jermaine Burton and Isaiah Bond and Jason McClellan leaving and all that. That's fine. And Amari Niblack leaving. That's all fine and dandy. The problem that I have with that is the same examples can be put right there for Georgia.
Yeah.
I think Alabama and Georgia are more of a carbon copy of each other this year than last year.
Yeah.
I think the difference is one got a quarterback that's a super athlete, and one got more of the mechanical pick you apart from the pocket type of quarterback. That's the
Yeah.
difference between these two teams.
Yeah.
So the whole when you look at the roster and you go from player 1 to 50 and they could be better here, but they could be better there, man. In games like this, if you at Alabama, you at Georgia, this talent level is we rubbing knuckles.
Yeah.
Like it's not far off from either way. But
Yeah.
for me, one thing I remember I remember the very first Bama Georgia game we predicted, if I'm not mistaken, it was the 2020 SEC Championship. That's the Bryce Young throw for 420 yards game.
Yeah.
I think that's the best game Bryce played while he was at Alabama to me. Right?
Yeah.
If they the
Yeah.
best, it's up there. It's high on the list, right? Nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
I remember us putting that video up. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was Tank. Shout out to Tank. Now, I want to say Tank commented on that video and said, Georgia offense go have to show me. I remember Tank saying, I'm pretty sure it was Tank that said that.
Yeah.
For me, I'm taking what Tank said in 2021, I'm applying that to now. Georgia offensively has to show me. I'm not moved.
Yeah.
I'm just not moved. Even in the Clemson game, in that second half, I think they scored 4 of their 5 possessions in the second half. I watched it. I wasn't moved. I was not moved. Now, I
Yeah.
will say this. I did not see none of the Georgia-Tennessee Tech game, the second game. I missed all that. I didn't see none of that. I think I saw
That
some
wasn't even on
highlights, but
TV.
come on, man. I didn't watch that.
I don't think that was on TV, bro.
I'm pretty sure it won. The
Yeah.
Georgia-Kentucky game. I saw the vast majority of that ball game against Kentucky. What I saw was not a football team sleepwalking, looking ahead to Alabama. We got the bye week coming up to straighten up. I saw an offense that has real problems.
Yeah.
That lacks out that what's what I'm looking for? That lacks
Outside threats.
dynamic playmakers on the perimeter. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
That sound, real sporty. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. I still got to see that receiver that take stride at Georgia, man. I got to see that playmaker that's on the outside that I've yet seen. I haven't seen yet. Not saying that they can't do it this game, but they're gonna have to do it and be successful doing it for them to win this game.
I tell you what, I'll go a step further. I think obviously you got Dominic Lovett. I think he's a good wide receiver. You got Dylan Bell. I think he's a good wide receiver. At tight end now it's not Brock, but you got you got Oscar Delp. He filled in for Brock Bowers some last year when Brock Bowers was out with an injury. I think he good tight end. I think Trevor Etienne is their most explosive playmaker on offense from running back.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because I think Etienne is a really good player.
Yeah.
They had offensive lineman that got hurt against Kentucky. If I'm not mistaken, the man's name is Tate Ratledge or Rutledge. I think it's Tate Ratledge, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go with Tate Ratledge, right?
Yeah.
So he goes down in the Kentucky game. I don't know the left tackle name, but he was in and out of the game. He was dealing with an injury too. On the defensive side of the ball, they was missing their star edge rusher, defensive end, Michael Williams. I fully expect him to play Saturday night.
Yeah, he'll be there.
So don't make no mistake about it, man. That team that played against Kentucky is not that team that's finna come to Tuscaloosa. It's different. And you have to understand, man, that the level of competition that you play, for the most part, in most of these games like this here, your level of play rises.
Yeah.
It rises.
Yeah.
And Georgia has struggled the past 2 or 3 times they went to Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just something about being in that building that Kentucky get Georgia fifth. Maybe Lexington, Kentucky is to Georgia what Jordan Hare Stadium is to Bama.
Yeah. And maybe
it could be that. I don't know.
And maybe Kentucky, they just be up for that game. We can give Georgia, we can give them a rap and say, oh, they looking ahead or they just struggling Kentucky. We have to give Kentucky some credit too, man. They play football when they play Georgia.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. They play them. They're going to get their best shot. But whenever you at the top, or you know what I'm saying, you one of the best teams, you gonna get there, bro.
Right.
You gonna get there. You ain't gonna blow out everybody every week. You're not gonna beat everybody by 50 or 60 points. You gotta have realistic expectations, man. You're gonna have games that you're gonna have to play these teams that not as talented as you are, that you're gonna get their best game. It just happens.
Yes.
It happens.
So, man, for me, I'm gonna say this here, man. My keys to the game for Alabama to win, right? I think this is a game. I truly believe that Justice Haynes and Jam Miller have been on a pitch count. They ain't had quite as many carries. And because now SEC players finna start, we finna actually start what you call the gauntlet is about to start.
Yeah.
So I think it's more or less been re-evident saving them up for that. I think a lot of this game gonna be won. Alabama gonna have more of their success running in between the tackles. Last
Yeah.
year, Alabama's offensive line. Now, granted, Seth McLaughlin and J.C. Latham are both gone. Seth went to the Ohio State Buckeyes, and J.C. Latham got selected by the Tennessee Titans, right?
Yeah.
You still got Cade Proctor at left tackle, Tyler Booker at left guard, Jane Robinson at right guard. I think you have a better center in Parker Brailsford than Seth
Yeah.
last year. And that right
Yeah.
tackle, I can't say Pritchard better than J.C. Latham. I can't do that. But
No, no,
Pritchard
no, 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 no.
is a
No.
good player. He is a
Yeah, a
good
damn
player,
good
right?
player. Damn good
He
player.
could very well get to J.C. Latham level, by the way.
Yeah.
He could very
Yeah.
well get there.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this game could be won in between the tackles because I think a lot of what Jalen Milroe has done with his legs, granted, I'm not knocking him because you play who on the schedule. I think he's been able just to out athlete and get around the edge so easily against these in the first three games because
Yeah.
just let's just call it what it is. They don't have the horses to run.
No, no,
Georgia
no.
got the horses to run.
For sure. They can go
You're
sideline to
not going to
sideline
run
with it.
that RPO and get around the corner with ease like you did against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
It's different
Georgia sideline to
because you
sideline.
play in a different animal. So I think a lot of the rushing attack gonna come in between the tackles.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's gonna be between 22 and 26.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah.
22 and 26. And what I also would like to see too, what I would like to see too is that don't get in this game but try to become something that you're not trying to prove a point.
Yeah. I don't need to
Because
see
I
Jalen
feel like in a
Milroe.
lot of these big games, man, it's really more or less. I feel like it happened a lot of the times with the mobile quarterbacks. Is that you
Yeah.
get in these games, everybody watching. This the most
Yeah.
watched game of the weekend, so to speak.
Yeah.
So you get in these games, and now all of a sudden you want to try to show off your arm
Yeah.
instead of doing what you do every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
I
Catering to your
and what I've
strengths.
liked thus far about what Kalen DeBoer and Nick Sheridan have done with Jalen Milroe is they've leaned into his strengths. It took Tommy Reese all the way to the Kentucky or LSU game to realize I have a quarterback that is 6'2", 6'3", 225 plus pounds running.
Yeah.
It don't take that long to figure out he can run. It don't take that long to figure that out. You
My
watch him
my
practice
thing
every day.
is
He the
Q.
fastest nigga on the team. Run him.
Yeah, my thing Q. I ain't gotta see Jalen Milroe throw the ball 50 times a game. I don't have to see
No,
that.
that's
I
not his
don't care
game.
for I never cared for that. That's even for the quarterbacks that are, your typical pocket passer. I ain't got to see that 50 times a game, man.
Man, Fat, I'm here to tell you, you can have Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers,
You gotta have
whoever
a
in
run
their
game.
prime. No coach goes into a game want to throw the ball 50 times. You do that when
Yeah,
you losing to get back in the
exactly.
game. Nobody wants to throw it
Exactly.
50 times a game. Nobody.
Exactly. I don't
Nobody
need
wants to do that. Caleb Williams threw the ball 53 times for the Bears the other day. You know what happened? They lost.
yeah,
That is not
because that's
winning
not winning
football.
football.
I want to see
That's not winning
Alabama
football.
remain balanced and let Jalen Milroe do what he does. Don't get in this
Exactly.
game, man, and try to turn him into a drop back. Let's throw it every down. Don't do that.
Let him play his game.
I got a very important stat for you. Very important stat for you. And I just found this out either yesterday or the day before, is that Alabama defensively is as we see here today, they rank number one in third down defense. They getting off the field on third down.
Yeah.
Because all that about the offense, now I want to speak on more things about the defense. This is how I think defensively Alabama can dominate this ball game. You're going to have a big day out of Tim Keenan, 96. Big day out of LT Overton, 22. I don't know if Quay Russaw playing. That still ain't been determined. But
Yeah.
for this conversation's sake, I'm going to go with he ain't playing. So I'm eager to see how they going to replace him. Well, I'm not sure if they're going to go with number 42. I'm not even being funny. He got a complicated last name to pronounce. So I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I don't know what it is. But you got number 42. You got number 19. His last name is Colt. Is it Keanu Colt? Is that his name?
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
What me personally, what I would do, what I think you're gonna see a lot of is Jahad Campbell come down and play like that that Husky position, that basically a edge player, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I think you will insert Justin Jefferson, number 15, to the linebacker spot beside Deontay Lawson.
Yeah.
Because Jefferson, he's played well in every game that he's played this year.
Yeah.
So I think you can very well see that. But I think the key for Alabama defensively, and this is really a duh, this common sense type of thing. But when I say you have to get to Carson Beck with the pressure, you have to understand Carson Beck, he's not Miro. He ain't going to run for no 50, 60, 70-yard touchdown. But what he can do is 3rd and 10, he can pick up 8-yard 4th and 2, they might go for it. You see what I'm saying? He's athletic enough where you do have to pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it's about getting pressure up the middle, make him reset his feet.
Yeah.
Make him reset his feet where he can't throw on time. I think that's key to this game. I'm gonna tell you one thing I do know, and I want to make this very clear about what my opinion is on Carson Beck. For me, Carson Beck, okay, I'll give you an example. Last year before the year started, I was not sold on Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
At all. Right. Now, granted, fast forward to today, he won a Heisman Trophy. Did you see him Monday night, man, against the Bengals?
Yeah, he went crazy.
That looked extremely dumb for the way I was talking about Jaden Daniels preseason last year. One thing about me, when you make a believe out of me, I shut up.
Yeah.
I will. Right. My thing with Carson Beck, I've watched him in these big games. I watched him in some of the big games against competition that's up to par. This is what I'm going to say. Last year in that game against Alabama, he threw 2 to 4 balls that should have been picked up.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, number 9, the corner, Trey Amos, he dropped one on the sideline.
Yeah.
You had number 4, Christian Story. What is his name, Christian
Story? He at Kentucky now, ain't he?
He at Kentucky right now, ain't he? Christian Story. He dropped one in the middle of the field. Malachi Moore, I'm not going to say he dropped one in the first quarter. That was a very turnover-worthy pass.
Yeah.
And then you had a 4th one. I think it was in the third quarter. I can't remember which quarter it was. But Kool-Aid went up and it went barely over his fingertips.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to say. In this game, Carson Beck is going to throw 2 to 3 passes that are worthy of being intercepted.
Yeah.
It's up to you to catch them.
Yeah.
This is not me cutting that's just who he is as a player. Still a good player.
Yeah.
And I think Beck is a good quarterback. All that first round best quarterback in college football draft type shit, that would never be. I still stand in that. But I do think he's a good player. I think Quinn Ewers is a good player. Watch Texas. If you get to him and hit him just enough times, Quinn Ewers going to throw 2 or 3 balls that's going to have you scratching your damn head.
Yeah.
It's just who he is as a player. It happens.
Yeah.
Still a damn good quarterback, right? So, with all that, Do you have any more matchups, anything that you want to speak or say before we give official score predictions? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I low key kind of just went on a little rant just then. I ain't really let you get off like I was supposed to. That's me. That's me not being a good co-host.
No, you straight. You straight. Half of the stuff that you touched on, hell, I probably was gonna say anyway. You know what I'm saying? I agree with a lot of things that you said. I gotta see Carson Beck show me that he's a first round first pick, that he's the go away best quarterback in college football, so to say, that the experts say. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see that. I haven't seen that yet. Not saying that he can't prove that Saturday. I just have to see it. I'm not a big Carson Beck guy. I think he's a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's a gap between him and Jalen Miro. I don't. I never saw it that way. I just don't. Like the quarter, like you was talking about Quinn Ewers. I don't think he that much better than Quinn Ewers. If he better than him at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta see it, man. I have to see it. That's all.
So that's a long-winded way of working up to this point.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of any more like analysis or like prediction type stuff I want to get in before I can like actually give a pick and a score. Tell you what, something else very pivotal to watch for in this game, which is really funny because when you think about Alabama and Georgia, you always think of traditionally two extremely good defenses.
Yeah.
Stingy, they don't give up much, right? And I will say this: Georgia has not allowed a touchdown thus far yet.
Yeah.
They haven't. That is a fact, right?
Yeah.
Neither defense thus far has been necessarily great against the run.
Yeah.
I know for a fact they gonna tell you about how Alabama struggled against the run. Go check the numbers. Georgia's allowing over 100 yards rushing per game too.
Yeah.
So I think if this comes down to a rushing attack, I'm not sure you want to get into a rushing battle, man, with Triple J in the backfield. Triple J, Justice,
Yeah.
Jam, Jalen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you want to play that game.
Yeah.
Personally. And I'm not trying to keep harping on it, but I think Georgia's lack, I ain't going to say lack thereof, what they have, their inability thus far to show that they can consistently create explosive plays on offense.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's gonna be big in this game. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
big
honest
in this
with
game, man.
I'm gonna be honest, Q.
Alabama offensively, man, they can put up points in bunches.
Hey Q, I'm gonna be honest. I think for Georgia to win this game, and you've seen it in previous teams that then beat Alabama throughout the years, I think quarterback play for Carson Beck is going to have to be absolutely fantastic for them to win this game. Like I think he gonna have to have one of them Joe Burrow type moments, bro. Like for real. Like I think he gonna have to be like that's what typically beats Alabama. A quarterback that have one of them out of body, one of them out of body games where he ain't usually, like that. Like he gotta have one of them games where it's like, okay, that's a Heisman moment type of game. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to have it. That's what I believe. I believe that. That's all this throughout the years. I've noticed that's what beats Alabama. Somebody that has that has great quarterback play. Like that day, and on that particular day, he may not be great in all the other games, but that game
he went
with
out.
Alabama, you got to be like on
He
point.
gonna have to
Like
play out his body.
yes, he gonna have to play. I think Carson Beck gonna have to apply his mind to win this game Saturday. I truly believe that. Because even though what you said with going back to what you said about the Russian attack, teams was being able to run the ball a little bit on Alabama. I don't think you just finna line up and just beat Alabama running the ball.
I don't think so either. I
don't see that.
Truth be told, I think them numbers, and I'll even say this for Georgia as well. It's Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't
And
care what
Georgia.
the numbers say. When you line up on Saturdays, you're not finna just line up and call yourself in a big boy. Neither one of the defenses. It's too much talent.
And I was just finna say that for Alabama. I don't think Alabama is just fixing to line up and just run and just beat Georgia.
No,
Jalen Miro
no,
gonna have to make some plays in the air, bro.
yes, yes,
He
for
gonna have to
sure.
make plays in there. He gonna have to.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Like, real deal, man. Make no mistake about it, man. That's still encouragement for a defense.
that's what I'm saying.
That's cause
Yeah,
like thus far, I don't want what I've been saying and what we've been saying, man. I understand it come off. We gonna come off as biased because we Bama. I understand it, but I don't want to come off as if like I'm just totally dismissing Georgia, like they not who they are.
yeah,
Because thus far, now granted, they done played Clemson. That second game, I said already, Tennessee Tech and Wisconsin. So they ain't exactly seen. You ain't seen a quarterback like Miro because I don't think there's another one of him left in the country. To be honest with you, as far as
yeah,
his particular skill set and as dynamic as he is,
yeah.
Clemson offensively, I don't care what they did the past 2 weeks against NC State and whoever else they played. I watched them when they played Georgia. That offense lacks playmakers on the outside. They don't have a Hollywood Williams or a German Bernard or
Exactly.
Jam Miller or just.
Yeah,
I do like the running back. I do think Hoff is a good back.
yeah,
I do think Seven is a good running back.
yeah.
They don't possess the assets, the firepower that Alabama got offensively.
Yeah,
So for all this that Alabama hasn't seen a defense close to the caliber of Georgia, that's true. And vice versa. Georgia ain't seen nothing like Alabama neither.
that's right.
Like that
Yeah,
that goes both ways to me.
yeah, yeah. Only reason why I say emphasis on Carson Beck because I think Jalen Miro, his weapons on offense can get him out of stuff more than Carson Beck's weapons on the side on Carson Beck weapons on offense is basically what I'm saying. I'm saying Alabama weapons, you can put the ball in their hand and they can make plays better than Georgia, players putting the
Right.
ball in their hand. Thus far, what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like you can give Kendrick Law a slant route, he can go 70, 80. You can give Ryan Williams a slant route or something like that, he can go 70. Like they yards out the catch. You know what I'm saying? They can make plays like that.
Right.
But I think Beck, he gonna have to have like precision. Like I don't think they receivers can just get open like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
Unless
I want to say one last thing. I want to say one last thing, man, before I ask you X factor on offense and defense, and then like ask you for what you think the score gonna be. Every big game I don't watch for Georgia the past couple years, at least they made. So I know at least 2022, at least 2022 till currently, right? In these big games, I don't know how he do it or how they make it happen. Number 11, Arian Smith finds a way to catch a wide open long pass in all these big games.
yeah,
He caught one against Bama last year. He just didn't score on it.
yeah,
You remember the long pass
yeah,
Beck hit to him in the third quarter last year?
yeah,
So for me, watch the Arian Smith big bomb because they're gonna throw it.
yeah,
Yeah. That dude
yeah,
ain't Arian Smith, right? Ain't his name Arian
yeah,
Smith?
yeah, yeah. Aaron Smith,
Number
number
11,
11,
right?
right? Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Just make sure. All right, but that's enough analysis, man. Give me a play on the watch. And they don't give me one of the general, man. Give me something that make me think about it a little bit.
Watch LT
Don't say
Overton.
Jalen Milroe.
I think LT Overton is gonna have a huge game because I'm
Who?
hearing that the dude that's posted that he's going up against, I believe it's a backup.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
starting right guard out.
yeah.
He
LT
out he
Overton.
had
I
surgery
think
out
LT
for
Overton.
like 5 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think LT Overton is gonna feast Saturday. I really do. I think he's gonna have a really good game.
So
I do.
offensively,
Offensively, I would say, um, let me think of somebody. I think I think Kobe Prentice gonna have a good game.
say it again.
Kobe Prentice.
Kobe Prentice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
For me, X factor, man. Offensively. I'm gonna go Jeremy Bernard.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Jeremy Bernard because he quote unquote technically the number 2 receiver, and I just know they gonna shade and double team and do everything they can to Ryan Williams. So I think Bernard should have a big day.
Q, being double teamed at 17 years old is crazy.
Yeah, but hey, he commanded, man.
Hey,
If
Q, that's crazy.
if Georgia go out there and don't exert an ample amount of energy to taking away Ryan Williams, it could be a long night.
At 17 is insane though.
Like
Like,
real deal. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm to the point now of him being 17 is damn near starting to fall on deaf field.
Yeah.
He showed me already. He different.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
he ain't never seen the type of talent he finna play against Jordan. Like this is the biggest game of his life as well. So we'll see.
I think he primed him. I think he primed
I do
for.
too. I just he done showed me enough, man.
Yeah.
And then defensively, Jahad Campbell. Because I think he gonna have to end up going down and playing that Quay Rusau spot, depending on how healthy Quay Rusau is.
Yeah.
But now if Quay Rusau play, then my X factor would be Keon Sale. Because like I said, Carson Beck gonna throw at least 2 passes that deserve to be caught by the defense. It's a matter of the defense to catch them.
Yeah.
All right, what you got for the score, man?
I got it 31-24.
You said 31-24?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it 31-20. I got it 30-21 Alabama.
Okay.
I got it 30-21. I keep going back to it. I just think Alabama gonna hit too many big plays. They too explosive to contain all that for a whole game.
Yeah.
Now, I got something else I want to talk about in this episode before we wrap this up, man. Because it just happened today. Did you see that with UNLV quarterback?
No, not when you can just go with.
Yeah, he forfeited the season, didn't he? He quit the season.
UNLV quarterback. Oh, let me find this, man. Oh,
it was something about NIL, ain't it?
Hold up, Fat. I wanna read his statement. I got to read the statement, man. Okay, here we go. You can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. This is UNLV quarterback Matthew Sluka. He said, and I quote, "I have decided to utilize my red shirt year and will not be playing in any additional games this season. I committed to UNLV based on certain representations that were made to me, which were not upheld after I enrolled. Despite discussions, it became clear that these commitments would not be fulfilled in the future. I wish my teammates the best of luck this season and hope for their continued success of the program." End quote.
Yeah.
That's Matthew Sluka, UNLV quarterback. Basically, what he's saying there, and they came out, they reported the numbers, right? He had what was supposedly $100,000 agreement, NIL deal. I don't know exactly what it was, but he supposed to got 100 bangers for UNLV. You know how much they gave him?
How much?
$3,000.
Damn.
$3,000. Now
that's crazy.
So this the way I see this right here, right? Because you don't know who lying or who telling the truth. Because it's probably a little bit of truth and a little bit of lies on both sides of it. If somebody agreed to pay me $100,000, right, and I go out there and we 3-0, his numbers ain't exactly eye popping, but they is undefeated, right?
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to get $100,000, and they paid him $3,000. Or I seen something else that said they done paid him $3,000 since the $3,000 a month since the spring. So technically they made $12,000. So he'll be 88. Let's just say, for the sake at the bare minimum, he $88,000 short. Right? Let's just say that. Do you see what NIL got college football in? Do you see why Nick Saban made the comment that he made like a while back?
Yeah. Yes.
Because real talk, and the thing about it, I'm always with the player, because if you was promised something and didn't get it, get your money. I ain't got a problem with that. But we also have to be able to. You don't have to take one side and completely just dismiss the other, because the internet. You got the people saying he did the right thing, get your money. The other side of the internet saying he a quitter.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, you're gonna have that. Yeah.
I'm somebody, I kind of fall right in the middle of that. I hate to be like, for there to be a cop-out answer, but he was owed, if he is owed that particular amount of money, and he didn't get his money like he thought he was gonna get it, I had no problem with that. Get your paper. On the other hand, he did quit.
Yeah.
Like if my job come to me and they tell me, Q, we gonna give you this raise by this said date, and by the time that said date come around and I don't get the raise I was looking for, I don't get the bonus I was looking for,
You quit.
I leave. I let them know I am through working here and I'm not coming back. That's called quitting your job.
That's quitting.
That's quitting. Now again, guess what? It can be a legitimate justified reason for quitting. I think people just don't like the word quitting, to be honest. But nonetheless, he did quit.
He quit.
Like that ain't being pulled out the sky. If you work anywhere or do anything for monetary gain, if they come to you and they tell you we gonna pay you X amount on, let's just say my job couldn't be and tell me, Q, by November the 1st, we gonna give you a bonus of this much money and you're gonna get a raise. And I continue to work and continue to do what I've been doing, and that day come around and ain't no bonus and ain't no raise, right?
Yeah.
And I tell them I'm not coming back to work. I'm through working here. Like he said in the thing, I wish y'all the best with the program, all that good political stuff. It sound right. And I no longer come back to the job.
You quit.
Man, that's quitting your job.
You fucking quit.
You quit.
Yeah.
Now, you can justify it and people can feel sorry for you and agree with you and say UNLV wrong, because if y'all offered that man, if y'all told him we could get 100 bands and gave him 3 bands, y'all dead wrong for that. But nonetheless, I mean, he did quit.
He quit.
And then it's being brought up that you had other teams trying to in his DMs during the season already thus far telling them, hey man, you can make this amount of money with us and all that. Now, granted, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think that's UNLV playing the press release game. That's what I think that is. Cause what I truly think happened is it came out, they said him and the assistant coach had what you call a verbal agreement, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The verbal agreement was he gonna make $100,000. They supposedly went and got a collective, NIL supposed to have like a collective group and all that good stuff right there. His agent, whoever his agent is, he need to get a new damn agent. It's the main part of this, because you can't have a $100,000 verbal agreement and ain't nothing in writing.
Exactly.
You ain't got nothing in writing, so you really
gotta have something down the stone, bro.
At this point, you just really want the public to believe what you're saying. Verbal means talking.
With no receipt
written out.
With no receipts. With no receipts.
Say, we don't know where that come from.
Yeah.
So, however long they try to spin this and make this story last, I don't think you ever gonna hit it, because UNLV ain't gonna do nothing but try to save face.
Exactly. So like you say, no receipt. He ain't got no receipt.
Over 100 bands, only got 3 bands. I feel sorry for him. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. But he has no receipt.
Gave me 3,000. I think I'm supposed to be satisfied.
You heard me?
What's that?
I say he has no receipts though.
Exactly.
Yeah. All you going off of word of mouth. We don't know whether to believe what you're saying because it's word of mouth. You gonna have people that believe it and some that don't believe it. because
And,
word of mouth.
and the thing with these type of situations is, as people, the first reaction normally is to agree with the person that supposedly got finessed. It's like when an artist, like a rapper or a singer, want to get out of a record deal with a label, but a label will let them out the deal. Like don't nobody ever agree with the label. We always agree with the artist. That's kind of what this is.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting to bring up, man.
Yeah. Not to touch on this, to talk about it, but you seen what Skilla Baby said about the new age of rap.
Say that again.
Not to touch on it, we ain't really got to talk about it for real, because it's really irrelevant. But you heard what Skilla Baby said about the new age of rap.
No, what he said?
He was basically saying like it's for the younger crowd now, that it's not many that have like that's still rapping that has longevity like Drake and Future. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah, I agree with that. I didn't hear that, but yeah, I agree. I've been
Yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah. He was basically saying this is a young man's game now. You know what I'm saying? And there's a
truth be
lot of
told, man, it
stuff.
always has been.
He got backlash. She got backlash off of it. But to me, it made sense though. I agree with half of the stuff that he said. I agree with. I really did.
It sounds
We have to
spot
talk
on to
about our
me.
family. Yeah.
Oh man, you got anything else, man? Did you get everything off your chest?
Yeah, yeah. I got everything. I got my shit. I'm good. I'm ready for the game now. Damn all the talking.
Well, I tell you what, man. Make sure you tell the people what to do, man. We'll wrap this up.
Man, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Hit them post notifications so you know when we post, man.
Well, see y'all next week.
We out, man.